oh my god, I was gonna do this for you. Oh my god, I was going to... Shut up. You didn't do anything. Literally. Shut up. Don't talk to me.
As it turned out, he did do something. But it wasn't shutting up, it was cheating. In case you're not familiar with the story, this 25 years old is a life coach and also a manifestation coach, because of course she is. And as you would imagine, she manifested her fiancé, who, like I've said earlier, ended up cheating on her. And that ended up in a lot of women on TikTok screaming. Did I mention that she's a 25-year-old life coach and grown women listen to her? No, that's not weird at all. And she's posting things like how life is when you have boundaries and treat yourself like the love of your life, or becoming disgusted by the bare minimum will save you from a lot of clowns, or a little delusion and audacity will get you much further in life than being realistic ever will. Did I mention that grown women listen to a 25-year-old life/manifestation coach?
Oh my god, he texts me good morning. Please. Please. That is so embarrassing. Like, literally. Just don't be afraid to ask men for things. Like, men are literally not afraid to ask us for anything. They will ask you to take your clothes off in 2 seconds, so it doesn't matter. Ask them, give me money. What we don't do is we do not reach out anymore. We go completely, you know what? Ghost to ghost. Become a ghost. Even on my days that I don't look my best, I am still the best. If a person does not make you happier, more loved, or even wealthier, why are you there? I don't get it. Like, if it's not growing you, then why are you there? You wanna be someone that people are obsessed with. Why would they be obsessed with you? If you're constantly sitting in your bedroom, being sad all day, listening to sad music, watching sad shows, then you're like, oh, people should be obsessed. Obsessed with what? With what, honey? What is there to be obsessed about?
Tell a man, give me money. He did. The guy is filthy rich. But when you are the type of person who posts this type of messages out there, you will attract that type of men who will end up cheating on you. I'm not defending the guy. I don't condone cheating. I think it's disgusting. If he wanted to get involved with other women, he should have break the engagement. But this is the perfect example of pot meeting kettle. Did I mention that grown women listen to a 25-year-old life coach?
Okay guys, I am going to tell you guys the importance of who you allow into your house or into your space. So basically, I had this apartment now for a year. And a year ago, I had certain types of friends and I didn't know that these friends had like entities around them. I only found this out later. And this can honestly be anyone. It doesn't have to be friends. It can be like your cleaner. It can be family members even that you just allow into your house and you don't know, like, and they don't know, you know, and they come into your house, but they have entities around them. Well, whatever is around that person can stick in your apartment.
Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, she's a wizard. I mean, it's in her name, but you know, she can see entities because she's weird. No, I mean wizard.
My thoughts on the Wizard Liz situation, and this is actually very important because it applies to other relationships, and I feel like people don't see these warning signs and no one is talking about it, and it's something that I think about all the time. So I saw this coming from a mile away. I saw this coming from the very beginning, and a lot of people are like, oh, she's so confident, like she put all these, like, you know, things in place to make sure that this wouldn't happen to her. Like, how could this possibly happen? Oh, and also, disclaimer, normally I wouldn't talk about someone else's relationships, but she spilled the tea all over this publicly online, so I feel like I'm allowed to give my 2 cents. Anyway, back to it. Basically, the reason why this is obvious is that this is the kind of guy who always needs something new. You know, the kind of guy who just always has the best thing, right? He has the best car and the best watch, the best phone. It's because he always needs the new phone. He gets a little scratch on his car, he gets a new car. People don't realize that that kind of guy who always has the best thing is the kind of guy who always needs the newest thing. And that also applies to his relationship. That also applies to you. As soon as he gets you, he will need something new. And to me, this was just so glaringly obvious from the very beginning that I'm literally shocked that no one else saw it coming. But it's just like, are you kidding me? A good relationship comes from the kind of man who's willing to fix things. The kind of man who wears his favorite, you know, like whatever gym shorts for 4 years in a row because he just like loves those gym shorts. That man will also love you. That man will have a broken relationship because all relationships break, and he'll be willing to fix it. He'll be willing to take the time and to understand it. He's not going to go looking for something new as soon as something gets hard.
I have only one question about the wizard list situation. Why did she rush so much? And I'm not saying this to blame her or anything, okay? Obviously, it's not her fault. Obviously, the guy is the problem. But I'm wondering, what did this guy do? What did he say to her that made a woman like her rush? As far as I know, all of this thing happened in a year. They met, they got engaged, they got married, and now she's pregnant. Like, this is too fast. Since I heard about the engagement, I was like, why is she rushing?
You're absolutely right, they were rushing. He said I love you to her after 36 hours, and in less than 7 months they were already engaged. And yes, I know that for some people that absolutely works. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it didn't work for them, because again, they were pot and kettle. I think this lady here nailed it in this other young lady's comments. And she said this, girl, he gave her a 100,000 ring. And let's not forget she was the 25 years old life coach who was telling other women to ask men for money.
What happened to Wizard Liz is literally what can happen when you over-idealize rich men. As someone who grew up around rich men, that was my mother calling me to dinner through an intercom system in my childhood home. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Men like Landon, and that come from wealth. Either they grew up with it, they earned it themselves, especially if they're white, especially if they're attractive too. These men are like Satan. I'm just kidding. But like, seriously, you need to beware, because these men get off on power. They understand power dynamics very well. They understand how to manipulate people, because they likely have been faced with situations themselves, or their fathers have been, that they've been told, about. They will compromise compassion and empathy in order to make money, in order to get an outcome that serves and benefits them. Just because you are married to him, just because you are the mother of his children, does not make you an exception to this kind of situation. These men understand that women are very attracted to this lifestyle. They will dangle it like a carrot over your head so that you lower your standards and they can abuse you. So you'll put up with it because you want the lifestyle, right? And then when it comes down to it, you want to leave. Guess what? Now you have no money. And guess what? He has all the money. He has access to the best lawyers. He has a whole network of all of his rich friends that are going to help him literally use you financially, drain you financially through the legal system.
Oh my god, I know, right, Princess, you nailed it. You mean the legal system that is completely against men? Stop projecting your hate against men in this case. Doesn't apply. She was making good enough money. Actually, way more than good enough money, because she has more than 8 million subscribers just on YouTube. She didn't need it to date that rich guy. She wanted to date that rich guy, because why spend your money when you can spend someone else's money? How can you tell your subscribers to financially support you if you don't show them proof that your manifestation thingy works? Now we have proof that it doesn't. Is she ever gonna apologize to you for lying to you about all that manifesting crap into your life that obviously doesn't work? No, of course she's not gonna apologize. She doesn't even need to, because no matter what, you're gonna be on her side.
This whole Wizard Liz situation is proof that a lot of women seem to be a little bit more misogynistic than most men. Now, let me explain. So for those who have hobbies and are employed, I'll fill you in on the details. So this girl got cheated on by her boyfriend, and the internet is in shambles, because I'm seeing a lot of videos that are like, oh my god, he cheated on her. And then they start showing a bunch of pictures of her. Here's another one that says proof that men will have it all and still cheat. And by have it all they mean is that she's attractive. Now, I'm not excusing this behavior. If a guy or girl cheats on you, I recommend leaving. But literally every time an above average girl gets cheated on, especially if she's like relatively famous, everyone's like, oh my god, dude, look, how could he do that to her? She's conventionally attractive, and there's no reason that he should be cheating. Like, I would understand if she was like ugly or something, but she's not, so I don't understand why he did it. And listen, when I did research on the girl, like, I can't really be shocked that you're going to attract a certain type of guy when you have videos like this.
How many men would date an unattractive woman? Exactly. They wouldn't. They just simply wouldn't, okay? Because they have that standard. If you're unattractive, I don't want to date you. But once a woman has standards, and it's like, if you're a broke guy, and with broke guy, if a person does not make you happier, more loved, or even wealthier, why are you there? I
don't know why everyone's so shocked that this happened. Like, oh my god, if this happened to her, nobody's safe. Like, who would have thought that the girl who leads the relationship looking for things that are materialistic and superficial is going to find a partner that's also, not the best?
I just learned about the Wizard Liz situation. I don't know how men don't get it. Like, she had a baby on the way. Like, she has a baby on the way. I don't get the disconnect, and like, it's like unintelligence. Like, do you want to live a lonely, miserable life?
Me, yes. Him, on the other hand, not so much, because he's rich. He's gonna have another wizard in his bed before he can spell child support, so not that much. This instead will show the biggest difference between men and women. Every single man that will hear this story will go, wait, them too? And he cheated on her? Or I can totally see that. Women will just use it as another opportunity to blame all men.
The minute I broke up with him and I was like, you know what, I'm done. And I called all my energy back to me and I was like, this is gonna end. I saw him again and I was shocked. I was like, there's no way I was with this person.
But how could you have never saw him before for what he was? You are the wizard. You are the manifestation coach. And not to mention the biggest life coach alive. Did I mention that grown women listen to a 25 years old life coach? What exactly do you know about life at 25? Oh, my bad, of course. Ask men for money.
Is it true that a man is willing to do anything for the right woman? Let me answer this. Yeah. I think when a man knows and he feels...
He brutally cheated on her. Like, he cheated on her like there was no tomorrow, okay? While she was 4 months pregnant. And you think people would see that and be like, oh, the wizard Liz is getting cheated on. Maybe she doesn't have all the answers. Like, maybe this behavior that I'm adopting from her isn't necessarily the move. But no, they're already calling him gay.
Man is a fruitcake, to put it lightly. Roll the clip.
Listen, I definitely...
They're already on it, bro. It's been less than 24 hours since the news broke. And look, I don't relish anybody getting cheated on. I don't think anybody deserves that. But it's like, if you're not familiar with her content, she's kind of like a less cartoony sprinkle woman. Like, for example, she has this post of me calling my man to transfer me money because I accidentally paid with my card instead of his. Very much into like the, oh, spoil me. Oh, ask that man for money, stuff like that. Men are losers. You can always just get a new one, drop them, stuff like that. When you have a particular kind of content, people expect your lifestyle to live up a certain way.
Welcome, abundant soul. I welcome you to this guided money meditation with me. Before we start this meditation, I need you to realize that money is neither good or bad. It is you who controls what you can do with the money. The more money, the more it amplifies who you are. Unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, wiggle your hands and feet, wiggle your arms and legs. Whilst you wiggle, feel that you are releasing all the tension and make sure that you're
cheated on 4 months pregnant while engaged.